yeah, you know what's about to happen. It's about to, to get absolutely ridiculous in here. I'm talking the kind of energy that makes grandmothers do backflips off the couch. We're going places, and by places I mean straight into legendary. All right, everybody, welcome back to the fucking 44 Pod with your host, Hollywood Rigo. And, Mr. Herney himself, the man, the
You
myth, the
already
legend,
know.
hitting
You
these
already know what
pods
time it
back to
is.
back, baby. We
We got
working
it
overtime for y'all.
double
You know what I
tap.
mean?
Got to hit him with the
Uh,
1-2.
so much to talk about. So much has been going
So
on
much.
nationwide and sports and, everything else. So, just to get really quick into it, like I said, this podcast is not a political podcast by any means or anything like that, but just to kind of address it because, it's a big thing that's going on right now. Uh, First, I would say, before anything, everyone has their political views and things like that, which everyone is entitled to. And, but by any means, no one should be killed for what they believe in or what they speak about, right? Whether you agree with it or not. There was a man that lost his life. He was a brother. He was a son. He was a cousin. He was a family man. He left behind a wife and two kids. I don't think anybody should lose their life over for beliefs that he believes in. Like I said, you may not agree with them, but at the end of the day, this is a human being, and he did lose his life. So very unfortunate, and it's sad for his family. So prayers go out to him. So with that being said, let's get straight into football. We're gonna make this kind of quick because I know our last pod it was only football, and again, this is not what this podcast is about. It's about everything and anything, and everybody and anybody can get it. All right, so we'll start off with the game right now: the Packers and the Commanders. Hern, well, you got winning this game tonight, baby.
Yeah, I briefly mentioned it on the last pod. This was a game I felt like, I believe I said the Packers. Um, I think, I think either way you go, I think you picked the Commanders last episode.
Yeah,
I think either way you go, and obviously we're recording this Thursday night, so we'll find out in a couple hours the results of the game. Um, but I think either of these teams could be in the NFC Championship come end of the year. So
yeah.
this kind of will dictate how that looks.
Okay, so you got the Packers.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's one of those good games too. I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna be wrong for betting on either or. It's not
yeah,
really a one-sided ball game if we're really getting into it. Uh, Me personally, I got the Commanders just because Jaden Daniels has been super electric from last year, even this recent game that he played in. He still can ball, so I definitely got the Commanders winning this game. So, um, next game I got the Giants and Cowboys. Hearn, who do you got?
Ooh, um, I don't know if the Giants have announced if Russell Wilson's going to start again. So I'm going to go and assume that he is. So I'm going to go Cowboys. I think usually the
Okay.
team with the better quarterback usually wins those games.
Yeah.
I don't think the Cowboys were that bad last week, contrary to a lot of people's belief. They were within a possession or a score
A
with the
catch. Some
Eagles.
would say a catch.
Yeah. So and I just don't think the Giants have shown anything so far. So I got Cowboys.
Yeah, that's kind of funny because someone asked me at work today who I got, and I said the same thing. I'm like, if Russell Wilson's playing, I definitely have the Cowboys winning this game. But I was like,
Yeah.
if you put Jackson Dart in this game, I would most likely go with the Giants, just because I think they'd give him more of a spark, and the team would really rally behind him. But
Yeah.
yeah, just like you, I got the Cowboys winning this game.
Yep.
I just think that Dak Prescott played very well last week, and he could definitely continue, or hopefully he continues to roll in that positive direction.
Yep.
All right, so you got the Cowboys. I got the Cowboys. Seahawks and Steelers. What do you got?
Man, if A-Rod plays like he did last week, Steelers are going to be really tough to beat. I just don't know if that defense is going to show up. So I'm actually going to go with the Seahawks. I think they played really tough against the Niners. You really think about it, they really only gave up 10 points till the last drive from the Niners with that chucked up ball from the turf toe Purdy.
Yeah.
Uh, so I got Seahawks.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Seahawks is a sleeper team
This is not
for a
good.
lot. Yeah, I mean we're pretty much agreeing on most of these games
Not
so
good.
far.
Not good.
But yeah, I got the Seahawks. Like I said in the last podcast, I like their defense, and
Yeah.
I like what they were doing against the Niners. But again, like I said, I'm not trying to overreact because it was week one. I think that would change moving forward, whether we'll really see who Seattle is on offense and on defense. But for this game, I got Seattle showing up and
Is
showing
that
out
game
against the
is that
Steelers.
game in Pittsburgh or is it Seattle?
Uh, it's at Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, so we both got the fucking Seattle.
Yep.
Next game we have here. Oh shit, I fucked this up. Give me a second. Jesus Christ. Uh, the Rams and Titans. I think that's an easy one that we're both gonna agree on. We both, I'm pretty sure, got the
Rams.
Rams. Got the fucking Rams. Not even worth
Next.
talking.
Nope.
The Bills and Jets. I think this game is gonna be a little more interesting than what people are giving it and are
I agree.
expecting it might be.
I
Uh,
agree.
I don't know. Part of me really wants to say, you know what, Justin Fields can pull a dub out, but also the other part of me is like, yo, the Bills are just gonna show out and demolish the fucking Jets. So for me, it's kind of a coin flip, but I'm gonna go with the safe bet. I'm gonna take the Bills.
Yeah, I'm of the same mindset that I don't think this game is quite the I don't think it's quite the blowout that people are believing it's going to be.
Yeah,
Justin Fields really showed out last week, and I thought the defense played relatively well. Um, I think this week will kind of determine where they're actually at in the sense like we'll see what the Steelers' offense actually is, if they're actually good or not, and then same with the
yeah.
Jets D. But I'm with you, dude. I'm rolling with the MVP last year, man, Josh Allen. I uh, I
You
just need to
can't go
see a little
wrong
bit.
with that.
No,
Come
I
on,
just
man.
like for me, I just need to see a little bit more from Justin Fields.
Hmm.
It's really funny too. Like, you think about the Bills' defense too. They gave up 40 last week. I think people are kind of. I mean, I know they won, but they gave up 40, and that's
They
not a
did.
recipe. That's not a recipe for a Super Bowl caliber team. Which a lot of people, and I think it's really just because of Josh Allen, but a lot of people think they can be in the Super Bowl. And I don't think that's a recipe for it if you're giving up 40 points a game. So
I agree, but at the same time, I look at who they played. Is the Ravens another, I would say, a big contender in going to the Super Bowl? Not that that's an excuse because no team should give up that many points if you're going to be a contender, right?
yeah,
But again, it is the Ravens. I would expect the Ravens to put some points up against any team. So I give them the benefit of the doubt. Oh, damn, this motherfucker got hit. Sorry, guys. I'm
yeah,
watching the game right now.
that's fair.
But yeah, so you got the Bills. I got the Bills. Another really interesting game, just based off week one and what we've seen so far, is the Patriots
Yeah.
and Dolphins. I'll go first. Um,
Fuck.
Unfortunately, Tua kind of really shit the bed last week. I feel like again, like we said earlier in the podcast, is the Miami Dolphins right now are a dysfunctional organization. What it seems like on the media and what everyone's saying, I also agree with that. Just because Tua looked like shit, the offense looked like shit. Mike McDaniels doesn't know what he's talking about in the presser. The guy is very weird um, when he speaks about anything. You can never give an actual straight answer. It's like talks about fucking God knows what. Honestly, I really don't understand what he's saying. So, but with all that being said, right, I still have the Dolphins winning this game against the Patriots. You guys can call me fucking crazy, um, but I think the Dolphins still take that win against the Patriots. Just because when the Raiders played the Patriots also didn't look all that great. Um, their head coach still is trying to figure himself out, I guess, after like 10 seasons as a head coach from like 30 different NFL teams. Still doesn't know what the fuck he does. Obviously, I'm over exaggerating there, but I got the Dolphins.
All right. I was really worried that we were just going to be on the same page throughout the whole pod. I was going to text you right now, like, hey, maybe we shouldn't even bother talking football because we just have the same idea. But uh, I think you're completely wrong. I think, well, let me backtrack. You are right. The Dolphins organization, it's a dumpster fire at the moment. Mike McDaniel didn't qualify for the job. He got it. It's pretty obvious. I mean, Tyreek Hill, I think, just got. I thought he had a warrant out, like just issued, or he got his own bullshit going on, like usual. 13 baby mamas and shit like that. Tua, we'll see. Maybe Quinn Ewers plays this weekend. Maybe that's why you think the Dolphins are going to win. Who knows? But I got the Patriots. I don't know about Christian Gonzalez. He's kind of a big factor. I brought that up
Yeah,
last week and why I picked the Raiders.
number one corner.
So if he does come back, they'll have an answer for Miami's receivers, and that's not a good thing for Tua. But even regardless, I think Drake May's going to have a better game. I believe that game. I thought it was in Miami. I could be wrong. But even if it's not, I think the weather's going to be better, so that should help out Drake May a little bit more.
Yeah,
Um, and I think Mike Vrabel's figuring out the identity of the team. They obviously have the running backs to run the football. I just
yeah,
don't know if they have the five linemen to execute that. But when Josh McDaniels is your play caller, that's always kind of like you're already kind of handcuffed as it is. But
yeah.
I just
Yeah.
once again you can never go wrong picking the team with the better quarterback, and I think as of today, that'd be Drake May. So I got the Patriots.
All right. Yeah, I like how we disagreed, man. About fucking time.
Yeah,
All
sure.
right, another one I think we might disagree on, right? Um, Jags and Bengals.
Oof.
I'll let you go first.
Yeah.
Then I'll go. Go ahead, Tank.
Um. I mean,
Shout out to my wife, man. She's walking around butt ass naked, just staring her down. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Go ahead.
shout out.
Wife's beautiful, man. What can I say?
Hey,
She's
that's
a piece of
shout out.
work.
Shout out to her. Um. You know what? I probably, if you'd asked me last week, I would have easily picked the Bengals. Um. But I think the Jags did show a little bit
Oh
offensively.
my
They're
god,
really
dude. Come on, bro. You better not say the fucking Jags because that's who I'm picking.
All right, there you go. So he's got the Jags. I'm not. I'm gonna stick with the Bengals. I was just gonna like shout out the Bengals or the Jaguars run game. That basically carried them. I went back like after the last pod and went back, kind of looked at that game. They just ran the shit out of the ball, and that's why they whooped the Panthers' ass. Um, so I think they're gonna have a little bit of a stronger test this week. Obviously with the Bengals, I think Trey Hendrickson's gonna be a little bit more, conditioned. Same with Shamar Stewart. That should help. And obviously, it's kind of my trend here. Pick the better quarterback. Can't go wrong. I'm gonna go Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
Yeah, you're definitely not wrong about that. The court, excuse me, the quarterback. Jesus Christ, I can't fucking talk today. Joe Burrow is
Yeah, you're
definitely the better
distracted.
quarterback in this. Yeah, I know. My wife fucked me over. Jesus Christ, she got me all fucked up.
Oh
Uh,
shit!
sorry guys. Uh,
Can't
I lost my
stop
train of thought.
looking.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought.
Um,
Yeah, we're just gonna keep it. Hey, I got the Jags. You got the Bengals. All right, let's move on.
Jags keep it
Fuck.
rolling.
Um, 49ers and Saints. I'll go first just because Niners are my team. If
Please.
you were to ask me, or if I were to score this game before Brock Purdy got hurt, I would have definitely said the 49ers, like without a doubt, against the Saints. However, since Brock Purdy is hurt, I'm a little more hesitant to be like, hey, it's an easier win for the 49ers. Uh, but at the end of the day, I still have the Niners winning because behind him is Mac Jones, arguably one of the picks that the Niners were going to take before Trey Lance. So I think the Niners still pull this dub out. But I also believe it's going to be a closer game than what people may think about that. Even though the Saints are also pretty fucking trash, but I got the Niners winning. Go
Well,
ahead,
we're
man.
gonna agree again. I got the Niners as well. Uh, Now this whole time so far in this show, I've been saying the team with the better quarterback is probably gonna win the game. Both quarterbacks in this situation suck, in my opinion.
Yep.
But I will say that, like just mentioned, like Mac Jones is heavily rumored to go to the Niners. Kyle Shanahan, that's the kind of quarterback he likes as it is. The guy that's gonna, hey, just do exactly what I'm telling you to do, and who to read and execute XYZ. Um, so I think that helps. But the weapons around him are kind of lackluster. It's Ricky Pearsall and McCaffrey, and they gotta hope that those
Yeah.
two guys stay healthy this game. I think the biggest X factor for the game is the Niners D. Robert Saleh, man. I mean, they couldn't have lucked out any better. He was horrible. I mean, it's not really his fault either. I thought the GM kind of let him down in New York, but I think he's the X factor for the Niners every week. If
Yeah.
he's calling a good game, they're going to probably win that game. So I'm going to roll Salah and Shanahan and the boys.
All right, I agree. Uh, Next game we got is the Browns and Ravens. I'll go first. Uh, as bad as I want to say the Browns, I'm probably going to lean to the Ravens. But fuck, you know what? I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna go with the Browns. I'm betting on the Browns beating the
Fuck.
fucking Ravens. Just because this is a divisional game.
Yeah,
Uh, Miles Garrett hates Lamar probably more than I do. Well, he probably just hates quarterbacks in general.
yeah,
But the Browns definitely have that chip on the shoulder to prove every year because everyone just shits on the Browns, and especially like during a divisional game, they always try to prove themselves. And I do, like I said before, I really love the Browns defense. Against fucking Lamar, I would take that defense against him any day. It's just the question marks at quarterback for the Browns. But if
yeah.
Joe Flacco can really show it against his former team too, that's another X factor. I think that you know might give him a little chip on his shoulder. Hopefully, fucking drives him to win that game. So I got the Browns against the Ravens to win that game. Browns to win. Sorry, said that
Is
kind
that
of
is
fast.
that game in Cleveland?
Shit. Let me see. Uh, yeah, no, it's at Ravens.
Okay, yeah. If this would have been in Cleveland, especially the Ravens coming off a loss, I think that the Browns might have had a chance. But if it's in Baltimore, I'm rolling with the Ravens. I think they obviously are going to have that chip on their shoulder. They didn't finish last week. I think people are also forgetting, like, I brought up the Bills earlier. I think people are also forgetting the fact that the Ravens were winning pretty handedly before that Derrick Henry turnover. So I think they're going to come out and say, hey, we're going to come out, finish this football game. We got to get back on the right track because teams that start out 0-2, it usually means a really tough road ahead to get to the playoffs. And they're in a tough division. It's not like they're in the AFC East where they kind of walk all over everybody. They got to go and earn it every single week. But I got the Ravens. I expect Lamar to bounce back. Derrick Henry's definitely going to bounce back. Uh, I think that Ravens defense should play a little bit better. The DC's getting a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, I got the Ravens.
All right, I like that. Bears versus Lions. What do you got?
I got the Lions. One reason only. They don't have Caleb Williams.
Yeah, you being made it kind of known. Uh, I actually got the Bears. I liked what I saw. I didn't
Fair
like
enough.
how they choked towards the end, but that offense is looking more promising every week. I mean, only week two, but hopefully he shows out against the Lions because I did not like what I seen from the Lions in week one. They obviously got demolished, fucked up. They didn't know who they were, and
Yeah.
it's going to take them a while to find out who they really are without their defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator. So I got the Bears.
Yeah,
Broncos
it's
and
fair.
Colts. What do you got?
I think Daniel Jones is going to come back down to earth a little bit. I don't expect him to have the kind of game he had last week, um, just because this Broncos defense is really good. If Bo Nix plays even half as hold on, if he
Bad.
plays no, I was just gonna say if he plays, I guess yeah, half as bad as he did last week, I think they'll definitely win the game. He just can't repeat what he did last week, throwing two picks, just not really being really accurate at the football. But I am gonna go with the Broncos. I just think their defense is good enough to cover them pretty much most of the time, and
Yeah.
I just want to see the Colts play in real defense before I on the Daniel Jones bandwagon. And I also heard
Okay.
Jonathan Taylor's dealing with a little issue. It's not like he's
Injury?
going to be out or anything like that, but it's not really a good sign for them.
Yeah, absolutely not. I think the Colts are gonna win this game. I do think Daniel Jones will come down to earth a little bit, but I don't think it's as crazy that where he's just gonna really just throw picks all day. I mean, hopefully he doesn't. But again, he's also playing against a really good defense. But the Colts are also a pretty good, solid defense. And based off of how Bo Nix played in Week One, um, I don't really fully trust him to really ball out when you're playing actual against an actual like pretty solid defense. So I got the Colts winning against the Broncos, and hopefully the Colts do win because then I get to talk shit to our good friend OBO. We call him Chrissy Chris OBO, another guest that we'll have on the pod soon. Um, when we get time to schedule him in, but yeah, I got the Colts. Next game we got is Panthers and Cardinals. What do you got, Hearn?
Uh, after what the Panthers did, they let me down. I hyped them up. I
Yep.
don't think I can. I don't think I can back them anytime soon. So I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. I think Kyler Murray. I don't think he's got the chance to be elite anymore. I think that kind of passed him by. But I do believe he can be really good in the league. And that starts with kind of building off what he did last week, getting Marvin Harrison Jr. going. And I also think their run game's going to get going a little bit more. Um, yeah, and the Panthers let me down huge, so
Yeah.
I'm going to roll with the Cardinals.
Hot take, and I hope whoever's listening they give us a comment and let me know what they think about this take. Right, like you said, I think Kyler Murray kind of passed himself up as being super elite in this league, um, and I think he reminds me of like a Jameis Winston. Um, I would say they don't play exactly the same, but I
No,
think the way their career is heading and what they could have been, they've had their moments. When Kyler Murray took the Cardinals, like literally almost an undefeated season. It was a really good, one of his best seasons he's played, and ever since then, he hasn't really played or lived up to that hype that he came out of college for. And the same thing with Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston was pretty good. He came out the same time that Mariota was drafted. Everyone was really high on Jameis Winston. He had his moments as well with the Bucks, but I think they're similar in careers and um, just the way everything's heading for them. Obviously, Jameis Winston's been in the league a little longer than Kyler Murray, but I think this is Kyler Murray's last year with the Cardinals if we can't figure it out.
I agree with
Uh,
that.
but I got the Cardinals too. I think the Panthers really let me down too. Bryce Young really shit the
It
fucking bed. I was
was
kind of mad
bad.
about that. Uh, but
I'm really hoping it was just the weather thing too. Like if they bounce back and they blow the Cardinals out, I'll be hyped because I thought they were
mhm,
going to be a lot better than they showed last week. So I guess we'll find out.
yeah. Next game we got the Eagles and Chiefs. Um,
Super
I'll
Bowl
go first.
rematch.
I'll make this quick. I got the Eagles. Not much to say about that. Just obviously the Chiefs are going to play a really good defense, and based off how Mahomes played, uh, the guy looked lost in the sauce. And I don't think those lucky plays are really going to work. I think the Eagles exposed them. So I got the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you as long as Jalen Carter doesn't spit himself out of the game. I think they're gonna pretty much. I think they got this pretty much the same core group of guys that they had last year for the Super Bowl defensively. So
Yeah,
I think they're gonna kind of handle business on that side of the ball and neutralize what the Chiefs got going on offense. And then I think offensively, I think they just have a little bit more power
Bruce. Yeah.
than the Chiefs D. So yeah, I agree with you on that.
Okay. Um, I think you're going to agree with me on this one. So I'll go out and say it. So you got the Falcons and Vikings. I got the Falcons. I'm pretty sure you're going to agree with me on that one. I didn't like what I saw from JJ. So I'm definitely going to go with a more experienced quarterback.
I am going with the Vikings. I'm really surprised you.
That is fucking
Uh,
crazy.
And the reason why is I think the second half of what the Vikings did, I think that's going to be the formula going on from here on out. I think Kevin O'Connell kind of put a little bit too much too fast on JJ's plate. And I think he's going to see now, hey, this fucking guy Jordan Mason, the Niners gave up for free. We
Yeah,
need to
chill
use
out,
him a
bro.
little bit more in the run game. He looked really good running the football. Aaron Jones as a running back just kind of spaced the Bears D up last week in the pass game, and Justin Jefferson's a dog. So
He's a
and then
dog.
they got Hawkinson too. So I mean they got weapons around him. I As I said last week, I went with the Falcons last week too. Nothing against them. I just think the Vikings got a little bit of mojo, a little bit of momentum with them as well. Um, so I like the Vikings, but I also liked what the Falcons did. this is a game. If you would ask me next week, my answer's probably going to change. You ask me the week after, it'll change again. So, because I like both of these teams a lot, but I'm going to go with the Vikings just to switch it
I
up a
like
little
that.
bit.
I'm actually happy that you went the Vikings. A little bit
Yeah,
wanted me to say that, but again, I'm going based off what I saw last week. Didn't
yeah,
like what
fair
I saw
enough.
from JJ, but couldn't argue that one really. Next
Yeah,
one, we got the Bucks and Texans. I'll let you go first. Who you got?
yeah. Bucks Texans. I'm gonna go with the Bucks here. I believe I do like Baker, contrary to belief. I know last week I kind of was like, like Baker's whatever. But I do like the Bucks as a team as well. The Texans kind of disappointed me a little bit offensively, and
Yeah,
I know they don't have Joe Mixon. I think that's a really big part of their offense. They do have Nick Chubb, like I mentioned on the last pod. It isn't the same guy from a couple years ago before his most recent ACL and stuff like that. But I was expecting a little bit more, and I feel like the passing game, CJ Stroud, kind of, I don't know, he's kind of what he picked up where he did last year, and
yeah. I think
it's
we
just
were talking about it. It wasn't
you
really
know
like anything
I
crazy
need
being
him to
different.
take another step up. So if he proves me wrong this week, I won't be mad. But I do like the Bucks a lot. I'm a believer in them. I think their defense is going to be a little bit more improved.
Yeah,
But yeah, I got the Bucks.
yeah, yeah. I agree. As far as CJ Stroud's performance last week was nothing impressive. But I'm going to go with the Bucks as well. I'm a really big fan of Baker Mayfield, one of also my other favorite quarterbacks in the NFL. Just because, I mean, dude's a fucking dog, dude. The Browns gave him up because they thought he was shit. Um, then he went to Tampa, started showing out, and it just shows you like as far as an organization, the Cleveland Browns are. I mean, I don't really need to really explain it. Just look at their quarterbacks they draft and the seasons they have every year. So I got Tampa. I like Baker. Um, again, Hearn, next game, got the Chargers and Raiders. I'll let you go first. This is your divisional game, and this is your boys, silver and black, baby. Let's go. Let me know what you got.
It's
Come on.
it's the silver and black. It's Monday night. It's the home opener, and everything. The Raiders are starting 1-0,
It's good.
momentum high. We're feeling good. That 1-0 feeling. There's nothing like it. But
Yep.
I got the Chargers winning. I think they
Whoa,
kind
whoa,
of
whoa,
showed
whoa, whoa,
what happened. What's
whoa,
going on
whoa,
here?
whoa. We got the fucking Chargers winning. It's crazy.
I don't think it's crazy at all. I think they kind of did whatever they wanted to the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs
They
have
did.
a better defense than the Raiders do at today. Now by the end of the year that might change, but I just think the Raiders they got really inexperienced DBs, and I think the Chargers are going to kind of expose them a little bit more. Um, and I love Geno. I do believe in Geno,
I don't.
but I just think Herbert's the better QB for the matchup. And
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. I'm not sold on the Raiders' run game. I'll be honest with you. I think it was kind of a little disappointing last week. Like I have Ashton Genty on fantasy, and I don't want to like talk fantasy too much, but without his touchdown last week, he would have fucked me over real bad. I think he got me 11 or 12 points. He probably would have ended up with like 6 points without that touchdown. So they
Just to clear
really,
it up,
I
not to
just
talk shit about Hearn. He did lose at fantasy anyways, so didn't really matter too much.
yeah, but that's besides the point though. Uh,
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you.
regardless, like I said, the fantasy stuff aside, the Raiders' run game is a really big question mark for me, and I think I'm a little bit more sure of what the Chargers are offensively. Worst case scenario, they can have Herbert sling it. They got a ton of weapons for him to throw to now, as long as Quentin
Yeah.
Johnston can catch the ball. So yeah, I got the Chargers, and I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
As a Raider fan, I hope I'm wrong. I hope we start 2-0.
Yeah.
That'd be great because then I might start talking Super Bowl. So
Yeah, it's our season, man. You're gonna start sounding like the
yes,
Cowboys.
sir.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You guys are more realistic. Um, yeah, I think I as much as I did like what I saw from the Raiders, but I don't think I've seen enough from them to believe that they will win against the Chargers based off how the Chargers spanked over the Chiefs. And obviously it was a close game. It wasn't like they fucking outscored them. I just think they outballed them. Um, with the little mistakes here and there that they would probably clean up, especially because this is a divisional game. Um, and I think it's a back-to-back divisional, right? I think the Chargers starting off pretty hot. Um, So yeah, I got the Chargers, and I also again I love Jim Harbaugh. A lot of respect to him, man. Just former Niner player. It's good to see him fucking go out there and ball out, you know. But again, these last two games that we spoke about, we got the Tampa game and the Chargers. Those are two Monday night football games. So anybody that loves football as much as we do, just know we're getting blessed by the NFL by having two fucking games. I couldn't be any more fucking happy that the NFL has actually kind of started to figure this shit out and got on a momentum where like they're listening to us and be like, hey, these are some games that we actually want to watch. None of this these random teams that are just not that great with one and two like teams that we do like that the America wants to see, you know. So as a football fan, I love it. I couldn't love this shit anymore. Gets me fucking geeked the fuck up. Especially to have the Chargers and the Raider game, the last one. Like that's just fucking perfect, man. As Hearn, like I texted him this, or we spoke about it on the phone. I think the NFL is so much more better when the Raiders are winning. Again, I might be overreacting right now because it's about to be week 2. Um, but seeing the Raiders win, what that means one team in their fucking division has to suck. It goddamn better be the fucking Chiefs. So life's good, man. What can I say? Hey, that was that's our predictions for week 2. Hearn is gonna post these to TikTok and YouTube, so subscribe to that. Follow us on TikTok, subscribe to us on YouTube. We'll be on our Instagrams. Um, but that's enough of football from us because again, we already made one on the last episode. So we're gonna pivot here, and we're gonna go into fucking movies. Hearn, as most people may not know, me and her know, big foodie. On top of being a foodie, movie fanatics. Like we used to go to the movies religiously. Like that was our fucking thing. Um, I kind of fell off a little bit, um, but also staying consistent, right? I go with my wife now. I don't go with her because we obviously live in two different cities. But a movie I do want to speak on because I just recently seen it with my wife because I was forced to, and I'm very terrified of scary movies. Annabelle, The Conjuring. Uh, First thoughts, scary as fuck. Not gonna lie to you. I did not want to watch that shit. But honestly, I from what I was watching with my eyes closed, one hand up, and the fucking blanket on the other side, um, it was actually pretty interesting. I think this was their last one, but they left us on a kind of a cliffhanger that there might be like a what do you call those things for when you have different casts with the same story. Fuck, I'm blanking here. A spinoff with other people is how they left us on the cliffhanger. Um, and I would say if I had to rate this movie, it was a fucking 7 out of 10, 6.8. Wasn't too bad. Definitely, it was funny. It was scary. Story was there. Um, but actually, you know what? It wasn't a 7. I would say it was a 6.7. 6.7. Because now I'm really thinking about it. It was a 6.5, 6.7. Yeah, 6.5. That 6.5 is what I'm leaving on. Not because it was scary. 6.5. Hearn, I don't know if you've seen it already.
I haven't seen it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I just, this time of year, man, it's tough for me to get any extracurriculars really in. Um,
Guys, the dogs. Chip
as
Kelly on the field, guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. I just got, I got school going on, and then this, and then football. So I got a lot of pans going at the same time. But probably maybe I'll try to check it out this weekend. But yeah, like Rigo said, like we like came to movies. Like that was our thing. Like fuck hanging out, fuck getting a beer. We just went to the movies. Like that was kind of what we like to do. Um, but yeah, I mean, shoot. Speaking of movies, you just saw one. There's one I want to see. It's called Him, directed by Jordan Peele. It's supposed to be like a horror movie based on. It's like a football horror movie, basically. Now, even if it wasn't football, I just want to be clear. Like, if this could have been hockey. I want to go see it. Like, this isn't just
Nah, he's
because
talking about
it's a
football, guys.
football movie. Hearn wants to go see it because it's football. Nah, like I really, number one, I'm really a big fan of Jordan Peele, and what he does as a director. we've seen a couple of his movies before, um, when Rigo was out here. So uh, that history, and then on top of it being like a football one, and it's kind of based on the fact like it's a young draft prospect getting put into the league, quote unquote, and
Yeah,
he's basically going to be mentored by the goat and that in that world, which I think is really interesting, given like we have a goat currently around the NFL landscape. He's currently an owner of the Raiders as well. Shout out.
Tom Brady.
So I think it's really interesting. Like, and I think it'll be a really interesting story. Who knows? I can go watch it and be like, it was shit, but it's one of the movies I'm really looking forward to seeing. And then I
Okay.
know my guy Rigo here, 2025 December. We got the third Avatar movie. I think it's like Fire and Ash or some bullshit like that.
Yeah,
He
Fire and
loves the
Ice,
Avatar series. James Cameron. He's a huge
too,
fan of it.
too.
So
Hey, what can I say, man? Look, again, just like football, right? And Hern too, right? We love movies, regardless of like it's a chick flick, funny, scary,
we'll
preferably
see it.
not
We'll see it
scary,
all.
right? We'll watch it all again.
I
We
do
just
want to real
love.
quick before he gets into his point. Like, I want people to understand. Like, we went and saw this movie called Jexy, which is about like a
Oh
fucking
my god,
phone. Like, it was like about Siri, like Siri being like a crack fiend basically, and like
great
controlled this
movie,
dude's life. It was a great movie, and it was like one of those bullshit movies where we're kind of like, we're bored. Let's just go see it. Fuck it. And we went and saw it, and we thought it was like pretty decent for it. It's like a good airplane movie. Like, it's a movie I'd watch on an airplane.
Kid
Uh,
Cudi was in it.
yeah, Kid Cudi was in it. I think there's like a couple other people that are somewhat like decent names in Hollywood now,
Yeah,
um, but yeah, we're not picky when it comes to movies, and like we can nerd out with the best of them. Don't get it twisted. Like, I love Star Wars. I know Rigo's not as much of a Star Wars head, which is
I
okay.
watched that shit though.
Um, but like Marvel, we love the superhero stuff. We
Oof,
love
Iron Man,
Marvel.
baby, Iron Man all day.
2026 is a big year for movies if we want to keep it a buck. There's a lot
Yeah,
of good stuff coming out. I think Spider-Man's coming out next year. Literally looking forward to that.
dude, that casting. Hold,
Shoot.
can we talk about that before you move on? That
Yeah, we
cast
can keep going.
that they have for Spider Man, mind you, right? Not a big Spider Man guy. Tom
He's
Holland
lying.
is he's good. I wouldn't say he's the best actor out there in Hollywood. But for what he does for Spider
Oh,
Man, I give it to him. He fits the character pretty well. Um,
yeah.
but that casting that Hearn showed it to me, dude. I actually they didn't hit. I kind of I don't know, I'm lost for words of how great that casting it actually was for that shit. Hold on, I'll pull up the picture. I think you sent it to me. So,
I
um,
do want to preface this by saying that it's like it's from a page that I think they put, like, obviously they put the obvious people, like the people we know are these characters. They obviously put them in it, and then they kind of
yeah,
speculated with some other pieces. So it's kind of like half true, half like we don't fucking know.
yo,
But it's very like all like he's saying like the cast is very realistic. Like if they dropped it tomorrow officially, everyone would believe it. So go ahead.
yeah. So let me just hit like some bangers off rip. Right, you got Tom Holland, obviously. You got Zendaya, whatever. You got fucking Tom Hardy. Jesus Christ, you got Tom fucking Hardy in this fucking movie. Can we just let's just speak on him just a slight 30 seconds. Tom fucking Hardy. Just let that shit sink in a fucking Spider-Man movie. All right? For people that are not a
I'm
big
pretty
Tom
sure
Hardy guy,
it's Venom, right? Like that's what he is, right?
yes.
So we've seen this before. So like this has already been done. This isn't something new. Let's keep him moving. It's not like
I
he's
love
never
Tom
played that
Hardy.
character before.
Yo, come on. And then you got Timothy Chalamet. Come
Like
on.
that, the part
That
you seen
right
him do for
there,
that,
Mr.
that's
Dune him
fire.
fucking self.
That's
Mis-
fire.
Dude, Mr. Dune him fucking self, baby. Come on now. That's fire. And then you
Yep.
got another really good one. I think her name is called Ania Taylor Joy. Anna Taylor Joy says like it says Ania. Anaya. My bad. I'm fucking dyslexic. Anaya Taylor Joy, right? For people that are into the Peaky Blinders series, we know how great she fucking was. She's a great actor.
Yeah.
Dude, come on, dude. Just that casting alone, just the people that I mentioned, and I'm still not even done, boys and gentlemen, boys and girls, men, women. I'm not done. You got fucking dude, I don't even know who this guy is, but he looks pretty fucking squared away. Cameron Manachung. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Then you got Isaiah Russell Bailey. Don't know who the fuck that is. Maybe he's great. Maybe he sucks ass. Then you got Andrew Garfield. We've seen that. You got Tom, Toby Maguire, and then you got Andy Serkis. Is that his name? Yeah, Sturkin. What the fuck? Um, but yeah, those are just a few actors we got on the fucking thing out there, man.
But
Like,
yeah,
come on, man.
2026, big year. Mandalorian and Grogu's coming out. The movie. Well, I think most people I know they love Mando and Grogu, so that'll be a fucking really good movie. I mean, hopefully it'll be a really good movie. Uh,
Yeah.
and then the other movie, you know, people may not know we are huge Nolan fans. We love Christopher Nolan.
Whew.
Um,
Come on.
he comes out with bangers almost anytime he drops a movie, it's almost always a banger. Uh,
Hmm.
we're we love the movie Tenet. We think it's one of like the best movies we've ever seen. Even though
That's
people don't
him.
get it, fuck them. But he's got a movie coming out called The Odyssey, which it's got Matt Damon, Zendaya, Tom Holland. It's got fucking every A-list actor you could think of. He's got in that movie,
Yep.
and I think it's got major hype to it. Um, and we'll see. I mean, should be really good, but you know how that goes.
Yeah. Like you said, 2026, man. Like, great fucking movies. If you're a big movie guy like we are, just buckle up. Get in that F1 race car. Fucking strap yourself in.
Another
Get
good
ready
movie.
for a fucking ride. Yeah, F1 was great. Buckle in, all right? Get ready for a fucking ride. Get your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, dog, cat, bugs, birds, whatever you may be fucking into. We don't judge. Just be buckled up, ready to go for this ride. You know what I'm saying? Popcorn, your soda pop, candy. Like, it's great. I just love it. Love it. Um, so enough about movies. Let's talk about a little bit of fucking shows. Hearn, what are you watching on Netflix and shit like that right now? 'Cause I got a quite a bit of list right now that I got myself that me and my wife are really watching and what we're into. Um, but I want to know what you've been watching lately. If you've been
Uh,
watching anything.
I'll keep it a buck. I'm not a big
Ah,
TV show guy. As Rigo knows, I'm a big YouTube guy. Shout out my guy
mhm.
Coach JB. I watch his show every day. That's like a 3 hour show, so like I can just put that on, listen to it in the background, and do what I need to do, homework, watch film,
Lock in.
whatever. Um,
Yeah.
and then something I've really been into recently is I fucking love watching like body cam videos. I think it's the funniest shit in the world. Like you get like just all kinds of scenarios and shit like that. Like I think the one I just watched the other day, it was like the police got called out. Some lady stabbed her, shot her husband. Said like he attacked her, and then like, but she got caught on like ring video, and it was like clearly like she provoked everything. Really funny. I also love when shoplifters get caught and shit like that. Nothing better than watching an idiot try to like weasel their way out of something.
Yeah.
Um, but if I had to watch like a show, like obviously show I really liked Yellowstone, Tulsa King. Those are all really good
Great.
shows.
Tulsa
Um,
King's gotta come out
he
again.
just brought up earlier Peaky Blinders. I love Peaky Blinders. I thought that show was epic. And
Yo, they're coming out with a new one.
I know a show that this guy loves. I
What do you
know he's a
mean?
little disappointed the last season, but we got this season part one's dropping in I think it's November or December on Netflix. Stranger Things. Rigo loves his Stranger Things, so I'm gonna
Round of applause.
I'm gonna mute myself and let him take it away. Go ahead, Rigo.
Am I talking about Stranger Things or just shows? Uh, yeah, fucking Stranger Things. We'll go with that because that's the last one you just said as far as shows that I actually like. Yellowstone was actually a really great one. It's finally over, but again, they're also coming off with the spinoff with the brother, the younger brother that kind of like left. If people know what I'm talking about,
That shit's gonna be
so
good, like for sure.
that one's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Um, or like another spinoff too that they're making is the Peaky Blinder spinoff. I forgot what it was called. It was like 17 something or Might be mistaken there. So correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. So that one's also going to be really good. I think both those are dropping this year. Stranger Things is dropping this year. I hope this is the last one because I mean, there's only so much that they can continue to do. Like, fuck, man, they gotta close that realm and shit. You know what I mean? Uh, so, oh shit, a Commanders player just went down. He's crying. It looked like he might have torn his ACL. This is real time, guys. Trying to get a number here for you guys. Who the fuck is this? That was Derek Wise Jr., number his ninth season in the NFL, number 91 on the Commanders. He would just went down, looked like he tore his ACL. So hopefully that dude's all right. Um, sorry, time to get back on track, right? A show that I'm watching right now with my wife is called Tenet Dark Wolf. Not Tenet. Fucking Terminalist. My bad. Jesus Christ. I'm all befuddled right now. Terminalist Dark Wolf. Uh, that's a fucking great show if anybody likes that military tactical shit. Um, that's a really good one. I highly suggest people to watch. Another one that I personally been watching. My wife doesn't really watch it, but if you're a big WWE fan, John Cena, you can't fucking see me. You got the fuck is this guy? What's the show called? Peacekeeper, Peacemaker. My bad. That's another really good one that has everything, man. I watched fucking episode 2 of season 2. The fucking orgy, man. A lot of crazy shit going on in that motherfucker, dude. Man, like if you hate orgies, dude, just gotta be weird. Gotta watch that shit. It's great. A lot of cock and balls, ass and titties. So excuse my language. I know my wife's gonna get mad about me saying that, but uh, it's a good show if you like funny shit. I wouldn't watch it with your parents unless your parents are into that shit. But it's funny. um, fuck. I'm trying to think of another show that I've been watching, but those are the only two that I've been watching. My wife's really into those Love Island type shows. I personally don't like those. Um, I don't like reality TV as much as my wife does. I just think that's kind of boring to me because I'm sure I could just watch it on TikTok. There's highlights. Uh, but yeah, that's literally what I'm watching on currently right now. And a lot of good shows that Hearn and I mentioned so far. So if you guys have time on your hands, hit that Netflix button, hit that Amazon Prime, HBO Max. Oh, actually, before I finish off with shows, Rick and Morty new season dropped. So if you guys got time, HBO Max they got that shit. So get in there. Episode 1 is kind of a banger. So that's also another one I'm watching. So, but that's the last one. Um, so, but as far as shows, that's us right there. Another one I want to talk about is this fucking rap beef that's going on. Snitches, man. Anybody can snitch in this game. Apparently, right? If you're the right guy and you snitch, it's okay. Uh, I like Young Thug. I'm a big Young Thugger. Mr. Thugger YSL, Mr. Slimy himself. Dude's the man. But I'm not trying to be biased now, but my buddy 6ix9ine, when he snitched, he got canceled. And apparently Young Thug can get a fucking pass. Don't agree with it, don't like it, but I guess in 2025, it's who you are. You can get away with snitching. So, um, Kama really bit him in his ass for talking shit about my boy Gunna. I would say I'm a bigger Gunna fan than I am Mr. YSL himself, Young Thug. Hearn, do you have any comments about that? Come on, people want to hear.
I have no idea what's going on. But shout out Gunna. I do like Gunna more than Young Thug. Like if gun to my head and I was only allowed to like listen to one of them for the rest of my life, I definitely pick Gunna over Young Thug. And the snitching stuff's kind of crazy. Or you know what? Like in general, it's like one of those things where it's just just the society we're in now today. It's soft and like everything's okay. Like literally, I mean, as long as you don't kill somebody, anything you do is regarded as okay for the most. Obviously, within like the law and shit like that, right? Like Obviously, there's a certain
Yeah.
line that if you cross, like it's fuck you, like you're a piece of shit, XYZ. But yeah, it's crazy. Like coming up, snitching was always looked at as the old saying you hear on the playground, right? Snitches get stitches, and now it's
Yep.
snitches get rewarded, which I think there is a there is a place for people to do that, right? Like for example, like the Diddy stuff. I think snitches should be encouraged. The snitching should be encouraged as long as it's within the realm of what they're investigating. But like when it comes to like certain things, I feel like we don't got like no one anyone can get bought out, right? Anyone can get bought. Their
Sort of a
voice can be
number.
bought. Exactly, and that's something like I feel like um, just a couple years ago, 5, 10 years ago, it'd be hard for you to get anybody, and now I feel like anyone and everyone's willing to do it. Um, but I feel like I said, I think that's like a societal thing too. Uh, this generation's soft. It's crazy. Like I see it every day.
Yeah.
I see it every
Yeah, I
day
agree.
on the gridiron. I see it every day. There's guys that they got little boo boos and um, they're like, I'm cool. I'm gonna stay out. Where when Rigo and I were playing, 10, 12 years ago, you know, our leg could be facing the wrong way, and we're gonna try to figure out a way to get back into playing. Um, You just don't see it, and you can see it every day, every week. It's always something. Someone's not happy about something. They're gonna sit out. They got a turf toe. They can't play for 3 weeks. All of a sudden, they got a turf toe. They can't play. But you look back a couple years ago. I get turf toe. I'm taping that bitch up. I'm fucking slinging the rock. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just a different. We're just in a different world now, and I'm not gonna get too much into like my beliefs and shit like that. But um, yeah, snitching. It is what it is, I guess. But I think, I don't think you can't be hypocritical about it. You give one person shit about snitching, and then the next person that does it, you're like, oh, no, he's good. It's kind of weird to me, but
Yeah,
is what it is.
I agree. Me personally, though, look, again, I wouldn't put myself in the situation that some of these
Yeah,
rappers um,
100%.
did, right?
100%.
Um, However, if I'm looking at the time that they were looking at, and I got a whole life to live outside, and there's a plea deal, like, hey man, we need a fucking few names. I ain't gonna lie to you, big dog. Man, I'll tell you where he lives, his mama, his papa, his grandpa, his
Well, that's
cousin,
what,
his
but
brother, his
that's my
sister.
point, though, is like, it's got to be within reason, right? Like, if it's to me, well, that's a whole other conversation. Like you just said, like me personally, I'm not getting myself into that to begin with. So there's no reason for me to have to snitch. Um, but when you do get yourself into that position for whatever reason, whether it's you, your crew, mama, your girl, whatever,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I mean, I guess there is no loyalty nowadays. Rigo just proved it. He basically just said right now that if something came up, he's gonna snitch me out. So I'll have to remember that for the next time.
Hey man, just don't get me incriminated, make me do anything bad shit, man. Cause fuck all that. But again, like I said, I wouldn't put myself in a situation like that where I have to do something stupid and stitch my buddies out. But um, yeah, no, if I have to come home and I got a wife and kid and money to spend and a life to live, yeah, I'm gonna choose that 10 out of 10 times. Um, that's just me personally. A lot of people disagree, call me a snitch, and say whatever the fuck they want. But I'm just being honest. I mean, a lot of people will sit on here on the internet and say like, "Yeah, man, I'll do those 25 years to have my buddies back." Like that fucking friend is fucked up for even putting you in a situation like that, and now you're sitting 25 to life in prison, missing out on your kid's birthday, your family, and your mom, and all that sort of stuff. So me personally, I don't give a fuck what anybody got to say. Um, and I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna say what they want to say. But when you're looking at 25 to life and fucking in prison, yeah, I'm sure you'll snitch too. So yeah, pretty much all I
Fair
got
enough.
about that. Hearn, is there anything else you want to hit on today?
Yeah, I actually want to end it on a fun note, non snitching note. Um, You know, you're at the pregame. You're with the boys. You're with your lady. You know, you're about to have the fun night, and they go, Rigo, you got ox. I need to know the three songs, the first three songs you're playing.
Oof. Damn.
For the record,
That was fucking rough.
for the record, Rigo is almost always the last one to be asked to be put on Ox, unless it's like it's his thing, like it's his birthday. All right, Rigo got Ox, but for the most part, at least when I've been around Rigo, he's usually like one of the last guys to get the Ox. So I'm really interested to see what he's gonna say here.
Okay, okay. Yeah, my wife's walking around her butt ass naked again, man, distracting me, dog. It really fucked me up again. Um, but me personally, I'm putting first song
Yep.
Kodak Black,
Oh,
Super
let's go.
Gremlin.
All right, I like
Yo,
that.
those that right there is one of my favorite songs. Um, let me look through my playlist right quick, because
Oh
man, I
shit.
got quite a few people that I would listen to. Uh, are we talking about like a house party or just like I'm with like you said with the boys, right?
No, it's like it's like, hey, we're about to go out tonight. We're gonna go hit the bar, the local bar, or whatever. But we want to get a little pregame in before we go.
Okay,
So it's
okay,
like
okay.
the going out song. Like you got two songs to get everybody warmed up, and then the third song is the most important because that's the song you're listening to on the way out the door.
Okay, so I got Kodak Black, Super Gremlin, the first one, and then I got
Yep.
Drake and Future, Digital Dash, right? I think
Oh
that's a banger.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
then I probably let me see who else I got on this bitch. My bad, guys. Hern really put me on the fucking spot here.
man.
Um,
That's what I do.
honestly, I think I'm gonna have to do it, bro. Boys and girls, I'm going Gunna Pushing P
Okay.
with featuring Young Thug. I think that's the last one that I probably would have to listen to getting out, man. That shit, I don't know what it is. Young Thug and Gunna and Kodak, man. That motherfuckers make me want to slap a bitch. And I'm not talking females, right? I'm talking about just in
That's exactly
general,
what I'm
right?
talking about.
Before fucking people start saying like, "Hey, man, this guy hits women and shit like that." No,
You might.
it's just a saying that I mean by like, "Hey, like, shit, I just get geeked up and I just want to hit some shit," you know? Makes me bob my head. Um, but yeah, those are my three songs. Herman, who
I
do you
like it.
got?
Oof. I'm also gonna go. One of them is gonna be kind of in your same future Drake, but I got Tony Montana. You know
Tony
that
Montana, Tony
Tony
Montana. Yeah,
Montana.
that shit
Yeah,
fire.
that just gets you in the mood. So that's the first one. We got to start off strong. We got to get everybody kind of hyped. Like, hey, we about to go out. We about to turn it up. We gotta get this thing cracking, right?
Okay,
I
okay,
always
okay.
That's a lot to me. That's like a locker room song. Like, hey, we gotta get the energy up. We gotta get juice. We gotta get emotion right now. So
Yep,
I
I
got
fuck
that
with that.
song.
You already
We
got
gotta
me
start
geeked
off
up, man.
strong.
Start throwing
We
fucking
gotta start
beer
off
around.
strong. Uh, my next one, I like Ye. I know some people don't, but I like Kanye. You could literally probably pick any song. Let me look real quick to
For
see
which
which one
album
I
though?
would.
Which album? Yeah.
Man, I think
I'm,
honestly,
I'm also I'm a fan of Ye too, but it depends on the album that I'm you're about to pick from.
I think. I think I'm gonna go Bound to um fuck. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Bound 2. I think that's a
Really?
classic. Yeah. Like cause you gotta remember the energy's super high. We just came off of that Tony Montana, everyone's kinda hyped. Like might be in a mosh pit kind of situation, so we gotta simmer back down. We gotta go bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? So we
I
gotta
feel
bring
that.
us the
Okay, okay,
energy back
okay.
down. We gotta bring it back down. We gotta relax. We got a long night ahead of us. We can't just bust the load all the way through. Um, and then I'm gonna go classic for my last one. I'm gonna go Too Short. I'm gonna go Blow the Whistle because
Hmm.
everyone, for the most part, knows the song. Where we grew up, everyone definitely knows the song, and I feel like I'm all about good energy, good vibes, good juice. So I
Yeah,
feel like those are all pretty much good juice songs. Um, but the Kanye one, like I said, you could literally go to Kanye, just hit shuffle, and whatever song comes up, it's probably gonna be a banger. Um,
yeah.
but
Hearn's a
yeah,
big
those are
ops
those
guy, man.
those are my three though.
Keep that in mind, people.
I
Hmm.
mean, I'm usually an Ox guy because I have to be. Like, you guys got to understand.
Yeah,
Like, me and this guy would go to fucking A's games, and this guy would be crashed out next to me. Like, I have no help, so it's just me. So yeah, I gotta have my own Ox. Like, this guy fucking deserts me on a fucking long trip. I'm out.
yeah.
He's out,
Mind you guys, I'm fucking plastered at this point. I'm usually always drunk
dude.
before we even fucking get in. A little too fucked up. It happens every time. I can't control
No,
myself, guys.
I'm
What can I
talking
say? I'm
about no,
having
no, no. On the way back is cool. I understand. Like, usually most of those games we'd be coming home and be like 10, 11 o'clock. And like he said, he'd be hammered, so it's understandable. But I'll talk about on the way up. This guy'd be like, "Hey, bro, like let me. I'm just gonna close my eyes real quick." I'm like, "All right, cool." Like usually when someone says that, it's 30 minutes tops. This motherfucker be out till we get to the gate. And he'd be like, "Oh shit, we're here." Like, yeah, motherfucker, we've been here for like 30 minutes, bro. So,
Hey, what can I say, man? Herno's the man, the myth, the legend, man. He's always there. He's that type of guy that you need in a dogfight, the type of person that you need when you need a shoulder to cry on, man. What can I say? That's my dog right there, Mr. Overlava
hey,
himself.
that's I like to just I'm a facilitator. I go where you need me, coach. That's kind of always been my thing is just be coachable, and the rest will shake itself out. So. But yeah, I thought
Yeah,
that was a good way to end the pod. We just brought up the snitching shit, and I
yeah.
feel like, you know what, let's end it with some good vibes, some
More music. Yeah,
yeah, some more music. Yeah, because that was the thing. Like Rigo and I talked about before the pod was we don't want you guys thinking like, oh, these guys just talk about football. This is all they talk about. As the football season goes on, some of these teams are going to start separating themselves, and we're not even going to really talk about them. We'll do the pick still, but like for example, let's say the Raiders decide to lose seven straight. Even though that's my squad, I'll briefly mention them, but we're not going to like go into deep breakdowns of them as a team and shit like that. So you guys just got to bear with us for the next couple weeks. Once these teams kind of shake
yeah,
out, we'll have more balanced pods. And then, we got
yeah.
basketball coming up. I know Rigo's not a basketball guy, so I'm gonna have to figure. I
Fuck
might be
no.
not solo dolo. Uh, but yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk about other sports.
Oh
Same with
shit.
baseball. What'd you do?
Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off, but like a good thing I want to mention on because it'll be this weekend is the fucking Canelo and Crawford fight. I think that was a big one that we need to talk about because I mean we're not gonna be able to talk about it until next week. Who do you got for that
I
fight?
mean,
Just keep it short.
just like last pod, or not last pod, but the pod before that, we talked about the fight. I haven't changed my mind. I still think it's gonna be Canelo via decision. Um,
Yeah.
I've been seeing a little bit more Crawford. They said that Crawford looks good at the weight. I still I need to see it to believe it. I
Hmm.
also saw something about like he's got a shoulder issue. I don't think that's really true. But when you're jumping almost two full weight classes, it's a little tough because usually you lose your speed or you don't have the same power. So we'll see. I do love Crawford though,
Yeah.
so if he pulls it out, I'm not gonna be sad. It's funny when Mexican boxers like as a Mexican guy, if you don't root for them and people know, you just get a ton of shit for it. So but yeah, I'm kind of happy
Yeah.
either way. I'm really excited about this fight. I think it should be good. Uh, I'm we already know who he's going for Canelo. Because he's a Mexican and he has to. So
Yep. Canelo, baby.
yeah,
But yeah, man. We appreciate you guys. Listening to our podcast, everyone that's consistently listening to us and giving their feedback on what we should talk about. So again, we're very open. So if you guys are listening to us, new people, new listeners, whether you're watching us on YouTube, uh, seeing our fucking clips on TikTok, or actually listen to our podcast, um, and you have something to say or just have a comment here or two or what we should do better, leave that comment, man. We're open to everything, whether you got some negative stuff to say, positive stuff to say. We're open to all of it. Again,
oh yeah,
we're not biased to like feeling bad because you guys got something to say. But we appreciate you guys, taking your time and listening to us or looking at us or whatever on whatever platform you may be watching us on. But we're just thankful, grateful, and that's me, your host, Hollywood Rigo, Herno, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Herney himself. And yeah, thank you guys for listening and tuning into us. We'll catch you guys again on the next podcast. And that's us signing off. Peace out, guys.